Greetings, metal community, the black metalist for 2022. We're starting off with a little blast here first. Yes, getting back to that album a little bit later. Yeah, I picked out 15. There will be 3 albums I will mention it in the end because I haven't received them yet, or one I actually haven't ordered yet. So, but they should have been on this top 15 list. So a couple of these have sneaked in on the list because of it. One is Morkera with Entangled Excavations. This is a killer album, but the last song here is fucking annoying and crap. It's kind of a piano. It sounds like one of the guys in the band was drunk and pressed record and pulled out his dick and slammed it on the piano. Terrible ending of the album, but the 7 tracks here before that is great black metal. Really enjoy that, but when you put a crappy song like that on the album, you kind of kick yourself off the list. But because I haven't received all my stuff, Morkera was on the list. I know a lot of you love this album. I love this album up to that point. Second one that kind of creeped in on the list was Destin Omega with the Long Defeat. Not their best album, but it's good, it's solid, it's a little bit cleaner, you know, than what they were kind of 10 years ago. And you know, at some point you have to change up a little bit, and I think I'm okay with that. It's a great album, but it's kind of, when you compare it to the older stuff, it's not there, but still an album that you know, fans of Destin Omega will like. And we have a French band called Scuffles with Tui or something. Yeah, kind of more towards the Belenos era of black metal. Self-released. I will link up everything below so you can go check it out for yourself. But I really enjoyed this album. So go and check them out. I won't talk so much about these albums because I've talked about them before, and you need to go and listen to this stuff anyway. So, Incandescence from Canada, French Canadian, Le Coeur Le Homme, or Le Coeur de Le Homme. Yeah, great. Again, kind of have this French feel to them. I don't know if the language is a big part of it, but yeah, this is kind of a surprise for me. This was a blind buy that I did earlier this year, and really enjoying this album as well. And a couple of old bands with new releases. Lord Belial, Rapture, really surprised by this. Their last album came out in 2008 or something. That was not kind of an album that I paid attention to, so when I heard the couple songs from this on YouTube, I was just yeah, I was on it. Great album by Lord Belial. Really, you know, it's very well produced and stuff like that, but you know what you get with Lord Belial. Another kind of return to reform band is the new the Agony and Ecstasy of Watain. Yeah, as I said, return form, much more evil, much more that evil feel that I want Watain to produce. It's important with that grip when you talk about that, but yeah, I do feel when they kind of go into the more melodic stuff that I lose a little bit of interest, but overall this is a way better album than the previous two. So very happy to have them back in good shape. Next one is Toadeater with Bexadde. Don't know what that means. I think they are German, so long songs, more of that kind of more monotonous kind of ground riff, and then they add on with lead guitars and melody lines and great drum work as well on this to make it kind of keeping you interested all the way. But yeah, I really like Toadeater. It's a great band. Then we have, I think these guys are from Canada as well, Panzerfaust with Sons of Perdition Chapter 3. This is a little bit uneven album for me because the fourth song here called The Far Bank at the River Styx, that's a killer song. That is a absolute banger of a song. Long songs on this album as well, and I kind of do like that with my black metal. Either short and intense, like in the background, or long, more interesting and kind of build-up songs. And we have the new Umbra Consentium, Nigredine, Mundi, whatever that means. Another great black metal band. This would be higher up on the list, I think, if it hadn't been for that. The previous album is a little bit better, so I had to kind of put it towards that one, and it's not as good, but it's kind of a little bit of that murky, hidden, it has some hidden path in here, and it's kind of, I would say black metal with great atmosphere, and you know what I mean when I say great atmosphere in black metal. Gaerea, Mirage, don't have to say much about this. Modern black metal, killer production, clean as F, very aggressive music and vocals, great drumming on this as well. Killer album. Then album we are playing in the background is the new Nordjevel, the Gnavhòl. I did never expect this to be on my list. I didn't even expect to buy it, but I bought it on sale and put it on, and I was blown away by this. It has Dominator on drums and Destructor from Nigredine on guitar, and you hear a lot of Nigredine in this album, but fucking blaster of an album. If you want some fast, furious black metal, go and check out the new Nordjevel. And we of course had to have Blackbraid on the list. I actually shot a video without this, so I had to redo my videos, and I don't like that, but this deserves a place on the list. It's a great US black metal with some hints of native style, but I feel there's a lot of Norwegian old black metal as well in this album, and really good stuff. Play this a lot. Then we are down to my top 3 on this. As said, there will be 3 more that I will mention at the end, but Kampfar till Klovers, Takt, fantastic album again. I love Kampfar, one of my favorite Norwegian or favorite black metal bands. 6 songs. I think most of them are in Norwegian, and I prefer Kampfar when I sing in Norwegian. I just feel it fits the music better, and that's always a step up when they do that. So, but I mean, if you haven't heard Kampfar, go and check them out. They are an absolute killer band. And we have the second on my list. It's Theriomorph with Diabolical Bloodswords. Same as Umbra Consentium. It's out on Hetroertzen Possession, and then you get quality releases when it comes to packaging and everything. Kind of a little bit same style as Umbra Consentium, and a bit murky. This kind of like a more hidden riffs, melody lines in here, so it takes a little bit of time to get into it, but it's a fucking great album when you first take the time And then the top of this list, I was not surprised by that. One of my anticipated albums this year, Hetroertzen, with Phosphorus, Volume 1. Originally 2 members from Chile, relocated to Sweden a good some 5-6 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, I don't remember. Very thick booklets, out on listenable records, and this is a really cool booklet. Big pictures and a lot of lyrics, great vocals, great again black metal with great atmosphere. Have this floating guitar sound, great drumming as well. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Hetroertzen ever, you go and do so, because killer band. So that was kind of my top 15. As I said, there would be 3 other albums here, but I haven't received them yet. And that's the new Misþyrming med hamri. That would might end up on top of my list. I've listened to it a lot on YouTube lately, but it's kind of I need to spin the vinyl a bit more. It is on the way in the mail, but it's kind of too late. Negative Plane, haven't bought that album yet, but I listened to that quite a bit on digital format, and great album, but it was double vinyl, so I couldn't decide to pick up vinyl CD, but I will probably pick up the CD on that. And the last one that's also pre-ordered, the vinyl of the new Djevel album, would also have been in this list, and showed off the first 3 I showed, but I'm very happy with that list. And I haven't bought a lot of black metal this year, haven't been so much in the mood for it, but those I bought I've been pretty happy with. So yeah. And enjoy your holidays. If you love or hate Christmas, enjoy your life regardless. I do that, but yes. Die Sjost.